Hi my people, hi, how are you doing? And welcome to yet another video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zawadi Rose, and I hope that the month of December is really turning out to be good for you. It's a month of holidays, although this year is a bit different because of the way the school calendar is, so most people are not going to have a fun time, but then again, we're going to find time and have fun. Welcome to Kilifi County. It's really hot, really hot, but I'm loving it. And outside, I can see so many lovely coconut trees. Yes, I'm surrounded by coconut trees, very lovely, swaying, and yeah, it's a lovely place. You're welcome. It's a nice holiday destination. You're welcome to visit. So once again, karibu sana. To the new subscribers, welcome to the family. We are still small, but I know eventually we are going to grow. Pole pole ndio mwendo. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with basically one step. So by faith, we're just going to move forward, and we're going to continue motivating and encouraging each other. And it's as I said in another video, this is a platform where we find time to motivate each other, share ideas. And today, talking about ideas, today I want to give you a business idea, a very simple business idea that actually make you thousands of shillings. A business idea that can be your side hustle or even your main hustle. A business idea that will make you realize that what I've basically been looking for a job when I could be doing something else. I want to talk to people who maybe just at home with nothing to do. You don't have a job, you're looking for a job, or probably you're employed but you have a salary that you feel that it needs to be supplemented in a way, or just stay-at-home moms, and probably you have a young child, a small child, and you cannot do much. Maybe you cannot go out, look for a job. This is something that you can comfortably do at home in your free time, and yes, turn it into a business, and it can eventually turn out to be not just a small business, but a business that you can do even in large scale. And which business do I want to talk about? I'll talk about business that you can do with less than $5. $5 is basically 500 shillings. You can do with 500 or even less as $3. That is 300 shillings. And this is the potato crisps business. That word is, I'm about to bite my tongue. Potato crisps. Yes, that is a business that I want to share with you today. And I want to share with you because it's something that I have done in the last few days. I tried it. I was basically doing that at home, for fun. And I realized that, wow, this is something that you can actually turn into a business. I have my main hustle. I deal with the household goods. I have a mini store. But then I realized that this is something that I can also add and make an extra shilling. Money is never enough. And you realize that when you're selling things that are not food, food related, or not food, like they are basically not foodstuffs, then they don't move as fast as foodstuffs. And because it's something that I did, and I sold them, and I realized how fast they can even move. Wow, it's something that I decided that I'm going to share with you, so that if you don't have a job, then you can try this out. Yes, you can basically try this out. And I know that it's a business that can just, I can't button my shirt up, it's really hot. It's a business that you can start off and can be really good for you. So how do you go about it? What do you need to do this? As I said, you need anything from anything, my shirt is misbehaving, you need anything from $5 and below. And I'm talking about maybe as little as 300 shillings or $3. Now what you need is to buy potatoes. Probably you don't have much money. Okay, now you can go to the store and buy potatoes worth just 100 shillings. Just 100 shillings. You would do with liquid salad oil. You can buy salad oil worth 200 shillings. Now, if you don't have gas in the house, then you can supplement that with charcoal. You can use charcoal, and you can just buy one tin, which goes between anything between 40 and 50 shillings, depending on where you are. But make sure that the charcoal that you're buying is not smoky, because if it's very smoky, then the smoke is going to go into your potato crisps, and they're going to have that smell that is not very pleasant. So make sure that you look for fine charcoal that is not, that is well done, it's really fine, and it's not going to make your jiko smoke a lot. And I think that is basically as much as you need. And you also need salt, because your potato crisps will need salt. And some people prefer the potato crisps with some bit of pepper. In Nigeria it's called pepper or pepper, pili pili, that's what we call in Swahili. Some pili pili or some masala, then you need that. Some can even go to an extra mile and even add some food color. I know you've bought potato crisps and you know those that are just salted, and the others that have this reddish pepper, the reddish masala. So you can just, those are the ingredients that you basically need. And how do you go about this? Because this is a very, very interesting and a fun business to do. This is something that you can even do it at home with your kids. Your kids can help you out. For instance, they can help you peel the potatoes, because all you need is to peel the potatoes. And when you're buying the potatoes, do not go for the very tiny potatoes, because they're going to give you a headache. Look for the a bit bigger, not very big ones, but a bit big, so that it's going to be easy for you to slice, and a bit and easy for you to peel. Look for the a bit longish potatoes, let me just use that word. Easy to peel and easy to slice to chop into small pieces. And what else, you just peel them, wash them very well, make sure you wash them really good, so that your last washing water is going to be clean. Make sure that I'm talking about that because there are some people who don't have a sink at home, so you can just you know how we do it, the way you wash utensils without a sink. You're changing water and like that. Just make sure they're very clean. And then the next you need to do is to chop them into small pieces. Now, using a knife can be quite hectic, and also it will not get you the fine pieces that you need. So what are you going to use? Because somebody is saying, so how do I chop them into those roundish nice pieces? What do you do? So if you have these at home, I know most people have these at home. It's very simple. It's the simplest version. It's the simplest version. There's another one that is specifically for just chopping the potato crisps. So if you don't have the big one, this one is quite available in most of the shops. Or there's another bigger one. The other versions, I actually used this one because my bigger one is a bit blunt, so I used this one. And this is the part, this part, yeah, you see this one. This is the part that you use to chop them out. You just put it this way, facing downwards, and you just slice your potatoes, and they're going to come out nicely in the roundish, thin roundish slices. Not all of them, because of course it will reach a point where maybe you'll have other shapes, but most of them will be roundish. So that is basically what you need. And then now something else that is very, very important in this process of making them, it's good to have your potatoes a bit dry. Don't just put them, the way you do potato chips, you don't put them when they have a lot of water, because number one, they're going to take a lot of time for them to cook, and the water in the potatoes can also spill over to you. But then again, they're going to take a lot of time. So what you can do is you can have a towel, a kitchen towel that you don't use for anything else, a kitchen towel that you don't bathe with, or you don't use to to rinse your hands, to wipe your hands. Then you can just use the towel to dry the slices before you put them into the fire. It's going to be very easy. They're going to be very fast they're going to take a very short time to cook. So after you've sliced them and you put them in a towel to dry, or maybe when it comes to large scale, then you're going to be a bit inventive and see what to do. But when you're starting off small, you can just use the small kitchen towel, dry them nicely so that they don't take much time to cook. And the next step that you need to do is just put your oil into a pan. The pan, the big one, like the one you use to deep fry your mandazis, if at all you do deep fry mandazis. And by the way, if you don't have it in your house, because I know some people don't have it, and you have these what do you call them, these very strong sufurias, these ones that are not very light, you have a nice sufuria that is of some strong aluminium material, then you can just use that. You can just improvise. With time, after you make your profits, then you can buy the pan that you need. And the other thing that you need, apart from the pan, you need this one. Yes, I'm always doing very terrible small videos. Then the next thing you need is this one. Yes, or you can just buy this the other local one that you can get at a cheaper price. The one with the round base. It's very round in color. It's in shape. It's round it's round in shape, and it has circular holes inside. So if you don't have this one, this is the one that I use. If you don't have this one, then you can just get the other version, which is a bit cheaper and readily available. Then you can just buy it. It's a bit cheaper, and it's also available in most of the places. And it's a bit long. It's also very long. It's not short like this one. This one has a higher risk of you getting burnt because it's short. And make sure you don't cook with the kids around, because some kids, especially the small kids, make them watch from a distance. So you can get that one. That is how much you need. And then you need a place. You can have maybe a tray, and then make sure that you put something that can absorb the oil, the extra oil. You can maybe just lay some serviettes. I know you can get some serviettes if you don't have another towel that is absorbent. Just put it, just lay it on the tray, and then you remove your potato crisps as you put them there, so that the oil is going to be absorbed. And then another important thing, some question that you might ask, or something you need to know: when do you put in the salt? Do you put in the salt once you've sliced your potatoes, or do you put the salt in the oil, or when do you put your salt? You put your salt immediately you've removed them from the oil and they are hot. That is the time you sprinkle the salt, because when they are hot they easily absorb this. So don't put so much salt. And that is also the time when you put the pepper, the masala, if you have to. That is the time. And do not package all of them with pepper or with the masala. Make sure that you have maybe 30% with masala or with pepper, and 70% that don't have pepper. You have to test your market first. Which one do people prefer more? I sold mine actually without the masala, without the pepper. Very few people asked for the one with pepper, and so I didn't regret the process. I'm telling you this because it's something that I did practically. And I just bought potatoes worth, I basically used 200 shillings because I was trying out. I just used 200 shillings, and I made another 200 shillings. So it's something that is doable. It's something that you can do at home. And then there's something else that, before I forget, you need the packaging papers. If you don't know where to get them, I know there are people in your locality who sell groundnuts. You can just ask them. I know there are always people selling groundnuts everywhere. You can ask them, where do you buy these papers? And they are going to direct you to where they buy them. Recommended papers. You know, the polythenes are banned in our country, but there are those that are recommended by the government. They are there. Somebody is going to direct you, depending on where you are. They are going to direct you to a store where you can get them from. And as I said, this is a business that can be your side hustle. You can sell in the neighborhood. I know some people are a bit shy, and somebody asked me, so how did you sell yours? I have a store, but I didn't want to sell them in my store because I knew they are going to drag. They're going to take a long time, because this is something new that I'm introducing. People are not used to me selling foodstuffs. So I decided, since there are so many border guys around, then I'm going to be the businesswoman that I am, and I'm going to take the opportunity to just walk around. As hot as this place, because this place is really hot, so I decided to walk around in the evening when it was not very hot, and I just went to 3 different places, and I sold them all. And I was so happy that I did. And it's something that you can do. Do not be scared. I talked about self-esteem. Do not let your low self-esteem bother you. This is a time to be, when you want money, when you need to sell something, and unless I sell, I will not get money. Because remember, you've already used your money. So you need your money back, plus an extra shilling. If you make an extra 100 or 200 shillings, that is money that you did not have. And if you don't have the capital, this is a kind of capital you can ask from your friend, from your parent. If you just left school and you're sitting at home doing nothing, this is something that you can do at home with the support of your parents. Some people are living even in the rural areas. If, by the way, you're living in the rural areas, my people back there in Joro, there are so many potatoes at home. The only thing you need is actually oil. I know fire is readily available. You have a pan. You have salt at home. What else do you need? Get into work and do some. This is something that can basically make you money, especially in the rural areas. Not so many people do this, so this is something new that you're going to be introducing to them. And by the way, unlike in the urban areas where you find so many people selling them, this is something that you can basically do in the. It's fun. It's fun to do, and people are going to enjoy it. Snacks. And something else before I finish, use the power of 10 shillings. Use the power of 10 shillings. What is the power of 10 shillings? The power of 10 shillings means, to me, that is my own idea that I used. Package them into small packs that you can sell at just 10 shillings. Okay, divide them into small packs that you can sell at 10 bob. Why am I talking about 10 shillings? Because most of the time, buying snacks is not something that we plan for. It's not something planned for. Just something that it's just impulse buying. That is why even people who sell groundnuts package them in 10 shillings packs and 20 shillings packs. So when you tell me it's just 10 bob, even if I didn't want to buy, I'd be like, okay, 10 bob, sour. Most people will not lack a 10 bob in their pockets. So you just use that, the power of 10 shillings. Do not undermine. There are people who are like, since a 10 bob. There's a time, some years back, when I was very broke and I decided to hawk. I don't know, what was I selling? I was hawking watermelon. And somebody asked me, so 10 bob, I had sliced them into small 10 shillings pieces. It's like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And he asked me, 10 shillings, when will you ever make 1,000 shillings? And I was like, well, eventually I will. And eventually I did. So do not undermine the 10 shillings. Even when you're buying airtime, most people will buy airtime worth 10 shillings. Well, they know why they have the 10 shilling voucher, because they know the power of 10 shillings. So you can pack them in 10 shillings and 20 shillings packs. And you realize that most people will go for the 10 shillings pack. You can sell them in your, if you're living in an urban area, in a plot, you can sell to your neighbors. And by the way, if you're working in an office, you can take this to the office. People like snacking during your lunch break, or your 10 o'clock break. Then you can just sell them to your colleagues after work. They can just, some people, like when you're working, you like snacking, so you can just sell them. And I wish you all the very, very best. Do not be afraid, do not be scared. Don't think about what people are going to say, because the minute you make money, people will be like, we thought it was a stupid idea, but she's making money, he's making money. So do not afraid, start it and be confident enough. And if you're listening to me, and if you're watching this and you have another idea that you can share with us, it's most welcome. If I get another idea, of course I have so many, but I'll be sharing them eventually. As we talk about the life that we're living in this world, we need a lot of motivation, we need a lot of help. I might not help you financially, but I can give you a piece of advice, something that I have done and it has worked for me. So all the very, very best. I know I've taken so much time to explain this, but I hope it's going to be useful. My name is Zawadi Rose. See you in the next video. Please, if you've not subscribed, please find time to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Bye. I'll be posting another video very, very soon. See you next time. Bye bye.